Any thoughts,
So,
Ron?
what's your thought? What's your thoughts on the clip?
I second everything Dr. Will James says.
Yeah,
Nah, I'm just saying, yeah, it's just kind of like I don't feel like we give women enough credit for what they've accomplished. But I ask where the I don't know. I just look at the men. I don't really I'm not really worried about what the women are doing. I look at the men. I worry about where the men are in these women's lives that they feel like children are being raised handicapped. You know what I mean? With a handicap. You know,
I don't think that was part of the clip. I don't think that wasn't the whole
that's
clip.
what I kind of took from it. What do you take from it?
Well, it initially talked about how black women entrepreneurs are being empowered,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And the reason why they're being empowered.
Mhm.
I think the way you attack any well, if you want to attack a race, you can go through the women. Women are a bit more emotional. You can play, you can play some games, in the ways of like a feminism and things like that, right? um I don't know if you've ever heard of the I think it's the Million Black Women Initiative, where like Goldman Sachs, they pledged to give $10 billion over the next 10 years to black women, specifically to black women. But as a race, shit, black people need help, not just black women, right? And I believe that they know that people are not going to they're not going to I'm not going to say they're not going to give credit, because, and that's another thing, before I even go any further, I want to say, like, I'm not trying to shit on black women at all, because they deserve everything they can get. But I feel like we need to work together. We don't need to get to the point where somebody is saying, well, I got mines, well, you got to get yours, you just need to do better because I'm doing good.
Well, they got to
But
throw on a bone though, Ron. Like,
all right, so
when people are in danger, don't men say?
is that the fact? Is that a fact though?
Well, you just said that. Yes.
All right, it's a fact though.
You said that black people as a whole need help. When a group of men and women and children are all in a place and there's danger, don't we say women and children first? So
Yeah.
why not let the women get the little bag and we come in behind them?
How you coming behind them? And this is all right. Let me finish my point then. Right. So what will happen is that, like, if you ask a white person, right, that, let's say they're 5 generations removed from slavery, their great grandfather had slaves, right, and they're doing well in their life today. If you say, like, yo, the reason why you're in the position that you are is because your great grandfather owned slaves, they're gonna be like, what? That shit was so long ago. I don't benefit from that. But they're not gonna realize, like, yo, the fact that you didn't have as many obstacles as other people have in order to get to where you want because of your great grandfather. You understand what I'm saying? They're never gonna give that credit to that, because they're gonna feel like, yo, I did work myself, right? So this initiative happened in 2001. When the 10 years are over and Goldman Sachs gives out the $10 billion, they're not going to remember, like, I'm up because somebody threw me a bone. It's like, yo, I did the work. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, they're going to look at you as a black man like, why you ain't do the work? I did the work. But what you going to say? You going to look like a sucker if you be like, yo, they threw you a bone though. They helped you out.
What? Why look like a sucker now and say it now then?
Huh?
Why look like a sucker now and say it now?
No, because I don't feel like you look like a sucker. I think it's a fact. It's not like,
just give them the bone, let them live. Because those women are our children. Those women are our daughters. Those women are our mothers, our sisters, and our wives.
All right, but
so
no. A lot of times they're not.
A little easier.
A lot of times they are not though. A lot of times they're not. They're women that haven't even gotten to that point of being a wife or being a mother, right? Black women are the only race that, instead of saying, like, yo, I instead of me finding somebody, I'll just be by myself.
Right.
That's the only group of women that say, yo, I'll just be by myself. If I can't find somebody that's equal to me or got money like I got money, I'll just be by myself.
Well, they're the only ones that promote it. I feel like women in general, if they can't, but black women do kind of have that mentality that I'll do fine all by myself.
I'll do fine all by myself.
Yeah. No, they won't.
No, they won't, right?
No. That stems from the government too, though. The government started that.
Yeah, yo, bro. It brings me back. It's not the same, but it's similar to like the whole welfare shit. Once you show a woman that she could be somewhat independent without a man, she can be like, yo, what I need a man for? I'm up. Like even in poverty, if all right, I'm gonna be broke with this dude or with the dude or without the dude, right? But at least when the government's paying me, I don't have to deal with the dude. I don't have to deal with the other shit.
Up to the men to show value. Isn't it always to the man? Like
what's value though?
Recurring theme.
What's value though?
Value is
just make
cool, stupid.
Yo, he just talked about a man showing him how to tie a tie.
Right.
He said his father showed him how to tie a tie, change a tire.
Right.
Like, how do you put a value on that?
That's the value.
No. Because you were just don't act like you wasn't just talking about money, bro. You wasn't talking about money?
Of course.
All right.
Well, why would a woman, if the man is bringing money into a house, why would a woman have to go stand online for money? If everybody's sitting around and no one needs money.
What you hear what I just said? I said, if I'm in the house, we poor.
Yeah.
If you get the money from the government, you poor too. But you just poor without me. You still poor. We still poor.
You a man. You can't be poor sitting on the government.
No, you hear what I say? If I'm in the house, we're not getting no government money, right?
Man and a woman.
Yeah, we're not getting no government money.
All right.
But we're poor.
Mm-hmm.
We live in the hood just like everybody else.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't have me and we split and you get money from welfare, you still in the same hood. You still poor. But the only difference is that you have me, which you're as a family. We're together.
All right. So just be poor with you? I don't understand what you're saying.
That's what he's saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I think. That's what we used to do.
Yeah. So you feel like it's okay, like, all right, if I could do bad all by myself. That's how women should have that attitude.
To have a nigga sitting around.
I'm not saying a nigga sitting around. He could be working, but he don't make that much money. Like it's niggas that work every day that are poor, bro. That don't have like, yo, bro. It's just because you have a job doesn't mean you good.
I mean, you better than poor. If you're bringing in some kind of income, bro. If you're bringing in something, there's no reason why your woman should be going down to the welfare line and getting money and having to hide your boots and hide your shit every time a nigga comes into the house just to get some fucking free cheese. That's
how they try to beat the system.
That's what. Now we're talking like a whole different game. They try to beat the system.
They try to beat. That's how they try to beat the system.
I don't know. I wasn't there for that time. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I know like I was never with a woman and they felt like they had to go stand on the line and get no fucking cheese or get no fucking food.
You didn't live in the time that we're talking about. Nah. When that shit started, you didn't live in that time.
Will, you did the research. Tell me I'm right.
You're right about right about